banks that she kind of opened savings accounts in, and how she goes about investing and things like that. So I, yeah, I feel like during the course, the conversations with my family were a lot more, and I felt like I was able to open up all the things that we were not talking about. I think started to like we started. I felt a lot more. Um, I felt a little bit more ready to hold those conversations, like bring those conversations on the table. So I was initially
pausing there to welcome everyone. So good afternoon and welcome. We will go live in just a few minutes. Please ensure that you're logged in with your first and last name. If it is not so, then go to participants, find your name and right click or long press to type your first and your last name, please. Okay. I would also like to take this moment to share with all of you a glimpse of our community that was covered by BBC News.
I went to a property dealer and I wanted to buy a property, and he looked up my shoulder and said, hey, like, is your father with you? Is your husband with you? Is your brother with you? At that time, it was like a shock for me that, yeah, hey, I have the money. I have all the power in the world to buy a property, and you're still looking for a man with me. Why is that?
We are late, okay?
I knew कि हाँ इतना है, and I'm not in such a bad space. I mean, I think I can manage to make a live with what I have. So yeah, that was thanks to Pramila.
People have just believed that women will not understand, or women will just spend money. At least that's how women are looked at. Yeah? Or they're just good at managing homes or children. So we got to break out of all this belief system, and I think that also forms patriarchy. So Malovika, as a woman, are you able to participate in your family's financial decision making?
The Money Gym as well as the stocks investing program. And with me, my entire family has had this huge shift in the way we think about money. Conversations have become so much more interesting. My partner listens to me, my father listens to me, my brother listens to me, they take money tips from me.
Many find confidence in talking about money with people in their lives, and many have now become the finance ministers of their house. They're getting involved in major financial decision making. Many have bought their own properties in their hometowns. Some have started their own businesses. So that's the kind of impact that we have in the world today.
And I also want to share that one of my stocks is giving me a 200% return.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So over to you, Priyanka.
Thank you, Sheetal. Warm welcome, everyone. Warm welcome to your financial success model. I'm Priyanka Bhatia from Women on Wealth, leading from my beautiful home office in Delhi NCR. If you can hear me and see me clearly, just give me a big hi in the comments box. A big hi, everyone, because it's great to be here and I am super excited to be with you and sharing very powerful money principles that can help you get access to your financial goals. This webinar could change the course of your financial future. It could change the economy of your family. It could change the way you approach your money life, because the world is changing so fast and we are living in very interesting times in the history of the world where we can grow our money and build our financial success with wherever we are in our lives and whatever we are doing, how much ever we might be making. I work from home and I'm able to create wealth, build my property, and double my money with my investments, mutual funds, and other investments by investing just small amounts of money that I earned initially. I'm going to share the exact formula with you today so that you can achieve your financial goals with velocity. And you don't have to go through any college or any finance degree for years for this. I'm going to share a simple formula that you can begin to alter your money life with within the next 60 days or maximum 6 months, and you can master wealth creation. If you're ready, type in game on. Let me see how many of you will take on this knowledge and implement this knowledge. Awesome. Yes, game on. Super, super, everyone. This is brilliant. First of all, let me acknowledge you. It is Saturday afternoon. You took time off and you are attending this webinar. You could be doing so many other things right now. I want to acknowledge you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. I promise that I'm going to give you the best in my power for the time that you are giving here. I promise you that by the time you complete this webinar, it will be time well spent. And before I get started, let me share some ground rules here, just for some foundation. So this webinar will run for about 90 minutes, 90 minutes. If you have any appointments within these 90 minutes, I suggest you leave right now, because there is no point leaving in between. So stay till the end. If you're going to stay till the end, just type I am in the comments box. If you're going to stay till I leave, that is 2 p.m. Type in I am in. How many of you are right here in? Awesome. I love that. Brilliant, everyone. I trust you have pens and papers ready. Please take notes. This webinar can change your money life. Even one idea could alter your money life. One day, exactly like this, I was sitting with one of my financial mentors, and I took one action on one of the ideas, and that changed my money life. I was able to double my money with my investments. I was able to buy my first property with just limited amounts of money in my pocket. And that is because I was able to implement that one idea that came. So don't underestimate the knowledge that you get today, because it can change your money life. If you don't have pens and papers, I suggest you go and grab one right now. We're going to have the Q&A session towards the end. So if you are bubbling with questions in between, just note them down on your papers. Don't ask me questions in between, because that will break the flow of the webinar. Today's webinar is not around boring stuff. I'm not going to show you boring PPTs. I'm going to show you my exact methodology on how I did it. And I'm going to show you my financial system. How many of you are okay seeing my financial system? Type in okay. Because with this system, I have managed to derive a lot of financial results in my life. Got it. This is not going to be a theory session. So I will explain everything that I need to in 90 minutes. And you can ask all your questions in the end. And when I ask for a response, I would love a response. The reason I am doing this webinar live is because I want to be engaging with you, right? I want to be calling out on you. I want to be seeing you. So these are some ground rules to get started. And here is what you will learn in the webinar today. I'm going to share with you the 3 concepts that can help you with wealth creation and help you get access to your financial goals. So today in this webinar, you will learn number 1, how not to lose money while investing. Number 2, how small amounts can lead to big wealth. And number 3, how you can begin on your wealth creation right now. And by the end of this webinar, you will have absolute clarity on what actions you need to take to go to your next level with your finances. If you're ready to start, type in RTS. How many of you are ready to start on these concepts? Awesome. Everybody ready to start? Brilliant. trillion. Do you know that women own only 1% of the world's wealth? This is despite comprising 50% of the global population. Do you know that about 38% of married women consider their spouse to be the primary decision maker for long-term financial planning? Do you know only 30% of women worldwide are financially literate? Are you ready to change this with me starting today? Are you ready to bring this change first within you and then at a larger social level? Type in ready if you're ready to change. First, ready to change yourself, and then ready to change this situation with me in India and across the world. Awesome. Got it, everyone. Who am I? Who are we? We are Women on Wealth. We help women take charge of their finances. We run online financial training and coaching programs so that women can learn how they can manage their money and grow it effectively. We have now been operational for the last 13 years and have helped over 5,000 women till now. These women have become debt-free. They've come out of living paycheck to paycheck. They today save at least 25% more than they ever saved. They've built their own investment portfolios. They've learned these step-by-step methodologies to pick their own investments. Some of them even double their money every 5 to 6 years. Some of them have managed to buy their own properties, start their own businesses without depending on their husband, father, broker, advisor. Some women today are recognized as the finance ministers of their house, and they are getting involved in major financial decision making in their families. So if you look at finance, finance has been a male domain in our families. And our intention at Women on Wealth is to make it gender free. Because we at Women on Wealth believe that finance is a system and everyone can learn it. Finance is not a gender role. It is not something only for the men to do. Finance is a system and every woman with basic IQ and basic math skills can learn it. And now a little bit about me. So if you ever thought that you need to be from a finance background to manage your money, or you thought you need to be good with maths, numbers, and calculations to manage your money, or you thought you need to be a man to manage your money, then note, I'm not a man and I don't even come from a finance background. I come from a journalism background. That's what my education, my higher education has been in. I used to be a reporter with news agencies like the Press Trust of India, United News of India, and more, where I had a great salary, which I used to spend on branded shoes, clothes, bags, and scarves. I always wanted to create wealth, and I just didn't know how to do that. I got a big shock when one of my male colleagues ended up buying a property. He was at the same position as mine, same salary as mine, and he ended up buying a property while I had not even managed to save that much money. So that's where my quest to wealth began. And I thought the first person to take guidance from is my dad. And like any well-meaning man, my dad mentioned about traditional investments like public provident fund, PPF, and fixed deposits. I did those investments, and very soon I realized that the rates of return were really low. And I had big goals. I wanted to buy my own property in Delhi NCR, earn from my investments, ultimately build a corpus for my business. And I knew none of those goals were possible if I continued to manage my money the way I was managing and invested the way I was investing. I knew I had to take some different actions to get a different result. One of the different actions that showed up for me was to check with this male colleague of mine who had ended up buying a property. And when I checked on him, he mentioned that he invests in the stock market. So straight I went ahead, opened a Demat account, got myself a broker, and I started buying and selling whatever my broker told me to do. Only to realize in 2008 that I lost 90% of what I had invested. And at that time, I was so sad and disgusted with what had happened that I thought wealth creation was not for me and that I should give up. And I literally gave up on wealth creation. I gave up on wealth creation until I could find my mentors. And I found 4 mentors: a woman stock investor, a property investor, a serial entrepreneur, and a business coach. And when these guys began to guide me and they gave me little exercises to do, financial clarity began to emerge in my life. Like I exactly knew how much money was coming into my life, how much money was going out, where that money was going, how much money I needed to reach my financial goals, where I needed to invest and how much I needed to invest to reach my financial goals. My stock investor mentor taught me a step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Until then, I had no idea that there was any step-by-step methodology to pick any kind of investments. So I learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality stocks, went back to the stock market with a lot of courage. And it was different this time because I started by making 70,000 rupees in 120 minutes. And I kept making money like that to a point that I could double the entire fund that I had invested in the stock market. And then I bought my first property in Delhi NCR. This was my first big success of Priyanka. I then learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality mutual funds, other investments. And I learned how to build a well-diversified investment portfolio. I picked all best quality investments and my investments started earning for me, and my earnings from my investments were more than what my expenses were. And at that point, I knew I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So I quit my job. In 2011, we started Women on Wealth. Since then, there is no looking back. Like I said, we've been privileged to have made a difference to over 5,000 women in the last 13 years. Also, we've been covered by the BBC News, NDTV 24/7 News Channel, Zee Business News Channel, Zee News Channel, Hindustan Times newspaper, Economic Times newspaper, Live Mint newspaper, Femina magazine, Entrepreneur magazine, and a series of women's blogs and posts. Also, Cherie Blair, who is wife of Mr. Tony Blair, the ex-UK Prime Minister, she came from London specially to visit us in Delhi and offered us the India partnership to her Cherie Blair Foundation. Since then, there's no looking back. We've been privileged to also support women get an entry into the Cherie Blair Foundation in London. So this is pretty much about me and us at Women on Wealth. And here is our mission. We are committed that we will make 50 lakh women financially educated by 2030. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to be financially educated? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready? Got it, got it. And here are some of our students, many of them, and we celebrate each one of them. Here is Dr. Nisha, who's a dental surgeon in Tirur in Kerala. She says my debt reduced by 25%, and I experienced 25% increase in my overall investment portfolio. Encouraged by my father and later by my husband, I did what I could to save and invest in a variety of policies and mutual funds. But my money was not growing much. Women on Wealth programs have turned my portfolio around. Here is Sunita Sibish, who works at DHL Logistics in Mumbai. She says finance is no longer the rocket science I once believed it to be. I started investing in mutual funds after the course, something I thought was only for high-income individuals. Now I know that it is also for folks like me who have no financial history or expertise. Pinky Saharan, who's an IT professional with Intel in Bangalore, she says, I've invested in mutual funds for the first time ever in my life. that too with complete analysis and understanding. All these women have managed to build these financial results and much more thanks to the curriculum for financial education for women at Women on Wealth. Our level 1 program is called Money Gym, Your Personal Finance Mastery. Today, you are in a special introduction to this level 1 program of ours. Your level 2 program is called the Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners, and level 3 is called the Wine Women Investors Program. Also, we have a lot of free resources right here for you. Monday 5 p.m. live on Instagram, we have the Wake Up Women series. Tuesday 10 a.m. we have the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Thursday 10 a.m. we have My Investment Mastery series. To take advantage of all these free resources, make sure you connect with us right away and stay connected with us for your financial success. The links to join us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn are on your Zoom chat. Start clicking on the links, everyone, and join us for your financial success. Type in joined once you've joined us. And for those of you who are on your laptops, you can scan this QR code and follow us on Instagram. Type in join once you've joined us. Got it, Vibha, Vanita, Gitika, okay, Khushi. Brilliant. Here is the QR code for LinkedIn. Got it. Anybody else who's still looking? Here are the links. Got it. Now let's move forward, everyone. Today, by the end of this session, you will get access to build your dream investment income. 2x your wealth and buy back your precious time to achieve complete financial freedom. So make sure you attend till the end because I am going to give a free giveaway for you to get access to your dream investment income, 2x your wealth, and buy back your precious time. So be here till the end. Let's begin, everyone. So please start typing. What are those financial goals that bring you to this session? What is it that your heart truly desires when it comes to your finances? What are you deeply craving for? Financial freedom? Got it. Security? Okay. Property? My own property? What else? Yes, my own home, investments, setting up my business, security, extra income, doubling my money, taking vacations, okay, property, setting up my business, my child's education fund, being free of 9 to 5, home investments, doing my investments regularly, powerfully, earn from my investments, travel, loads of travel, doing charity. Got it. Now, these are some of the many financial goals that you have. Now start typing. What are those financial challenges? What are those financial struggles which are in the way of you reaching these financial goals? So what are those financial challenges, financial struggles, which are in the way of you reaching your financial goals? Lack of knowledge, okay? Lack of knowledge of finances, lack of knowledge of investments. Yes, lack of awareness, low income, unstable job. low returns from investments, dependence on family, lack of income, lack of awareness, don't know where to invest, fear of losing my money, lack of knowledge of investments, lack of income, low risk ability. Got it. Now, these are some of the many financial challenges which are in the way of you reaching your financial goals. Now, we have addressed all these financial challenges and we have helped women reach all the financial goals that you are talking about here. We've done that over the last 13 years for over 5,000 women. At the same time, let me tell you, 90 minutes is not enough time to address all these challenges. Agree? Yeah, you agree with me. Type in agree if you do. I cannot address all these financial challenges with you in 90 minutes. I cannot help you achieve all these financial goals in 90 minutes. Here is what I promise. I promise to help you make 1% improvement in your money life with your full participation in the session. Full participation means you engage with me fully. You are here, attentive, sitting in a room where you're not disturbed with your videos on. So type in 1% if you are ready for that 1% improvement in your money life today. How many of you are ready for that 1% improvement? Yes, 1% ready, everyone? Today we are going to begin our 1% improvement with the 3 concepts of wealth creation. Here is concept number 1, how not to lose money while investing. Some of us in the beginning of this session said that, hey, I am scared I will lose money while investing. So how not to lose money while investing is by doing your own research. Let me take an example to explain this. So how many of you invest in mutual funds? Type in me. How many of you invest in mutual funds? Type in me, right? Now, all of you are typing in me that you invest in mutual funds. Tell me, how do you pick these mutual funds to invest in? How do you pick these mutual funds? Advisor, broker, banker, husband, father, friend, colleague, app, website, consultant. Correct. Now tell me, all of you who are being dependent. Yeah, brother, absolutely. All of you who are being dependent investors, tell me, does this dependency give you absolute clarity and confidence? Does it give you absolute clarity and confidence that by investing in these mutual funds, you're going to reach your financial goals? Type in yes if you are absolutely clear and confident, and no if you're not. All of you are typing in no. All of you are typing in no, you don't have clarity and confidence that by investing in these mutual funds, you're going to reach your financial goals. Right? Now that's your ticket to losing money. When you're not even clear about what you're doing. You're just doing because there has to be, something has to be done, right? Now that's your ticket. That's how you lose money while investing in mutual funds. Now, if you don't want to lose money while investing, say in mutual funds, you need to do your own research of mutual funds. How many of you know that there is a proper 30-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? Type in no, K-N-O-W. If you know that there is a proper 30-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. K-N-O-W. If you know that, yes, I know there is a methodology. Don't know? No? Well, that's your 1% improvement then. It takes me over 4 hours to train women in my Money Gym program on learning how to pick good quality mutual funds and pick them. I don't have that luxury of time right now to train you in all the 30 steps. I'm going to train you in the first step. Please write down the first step of the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds is called alpha. ALPHA. Alpha is the rate of return that a mutual fund generates, which is over and above its benchmark. Alpha is the rate of return, I'm repeating, that a mutual fund generates, which is over and above its benchmark. Any mutual fund will have a benchmark, everyone. It maps its returns against that benchmark. Anytime its returns are over the benchmark, alpha is positive. You need to write down this bottom line. The higher the alpha, the better it is. Please write down the bottom line. The higher the alpha, the better it is. Now you have the knowledge. A lot of you said, you know, I lack knowledge. That's my financial struggle. Now you have the knowledge. Can you go and implement the knowledge? Can you type in yes or no? Can you implement it? No. Shubha, you got it. No, you can't. So everybody get it. You don't lack financial knowledge. Just lack financial knowledge. You lack financial knowledge and you lack implementation of that financial knowledge. Just building financial knowledge will make you an information junkie. You just became one. Now you know alpha, but you don't know how to implement it. What will make you a wealth creator is when you implement the financial knowledge. Here is how you implement it. Please write down. There is a website called valueresearchonline.com. Valueresearchonline.com is a website that we use to research mutual funds. Here is a search bar. When you click on the search bar and say you type in Access, I'm just randomly typing in Access, and you see under funds, so many mutual funds are showing up. Step 1 is to know the exact name of the mutual fund you want to research and type it in. Randomly, I'm typing Access Mid Cap Fund. Click on it. And right now, what will happen is an entire page of Access Mid Cap Fund will open up. Here it is. Now, how do you look for alpha here? That's the step we are looking, right? For that, you will go into risk here. Okay. Click on risk. And on your extreme right, can you see alpha? Alpha of Access Mid Cap Fund is minus 1.46%. Minus 1.46%. What does minus alpha mean, everyone? Start typing. What does minus alpha mean? Below the benchmark. Brilliant. Yes. So the returns that this mutual fund is generating are below the benchmark. Now this mutual fund fails the alpha test. Okay. So this mutual fund fails the alpha test. We would not even study or research this mutual fund further. Forget about investing in it at all. Only when a mutual fund passes the alpha test will we do 29 more tests on it to figure if it is worth investing our hard-earned money in. So how not to lose money while investing is by doing your own research. Not by depending on others. Nobody can make your money for you. You are the one who has to make money for herself. Nobody can take care of your money the way you will. Are you getting this? Type in got it. If you got this concept, how many of you are getting this? Brilliant. Awesome. So the only way for you to exponentially grow your money is number one, by hand picking good quality investments. I'm repeating this. The only way for you to exponentially grow your money to reach your financial goals is by hand picking good quality investments. Here is Meryl Dennis, a woman who had been working in various companies. Her salary was increasing, but her wealth wasn't. She came to a similar introduction session back in 2017. She lacked complete knowledge of investments, understanding of finances, implementation of knowledge. She joined us, joined the Money Gym program. She learned the art of financial planning, investment portfolio building. She learned the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments. She handpicked good quality investments. And in a span of the last 1 year, she's increased her net worth by 37%. So while inflation in our country is growing at 7% year on year, Meryl and many, many women like Meryl are growing their money much above inflation, and some of them even above 37%. Their financial transformation goes on. Can you imagine if that happened to you? Type in yes if you can imagine that for yourself. How many of you women can imagine that? You becoming a knowledgeable investor, growing your money. Got it. Here is concept number 2 now. How small amounts can lead to big wealth. You know, a lot of us women, we think we have small amounts of money. It can't lead to big wealth. How many of you have this limiting belief? Type in me. If you think that, yeah, you know, small amounts of money can't lead to big wealth. Like I have just very, very small amounts of money. Yeah, all of you see that, right? Like small amounts can't lead to big wealth. Got it. Now I am inviting you to assume one thing. All of you assume that you want to build your first 1 crore rupees. Type in 1 crore if you are ready to assume this with me. Yes, everybody, you're ready to assume that you build your first 1 crore rupees. Got it. Now here is my second assumption. Everybody assume that you can save 10,000 rupees per month. Type in 10K if you can assume that yes, you know, I am saving 10,000 per month. Got it. Now imagine this, okay? Imagine that your goal is to build your first 1 crore rupees and the money that you can save per month is say 10,000 rupees. Now the number of months that you'll have to save money to reach your first 1 crore rupees is 1,000 months. It will take you 1,000 months if you just keep saving your money. How many are 1,000 months? 1,000 months are 83 years. Type in your age, everyone. Example 40 plus 83. 123 years you will be when you reach your first 1 crore rupees. How old will you be? Your age plus 83, everyone. $110. You'll be 110, 103. I'll be no more. I like that. 128, 133, 147, 103, dead and gone 160. Khatam. Got it. Now, imagine that you are a knowledgeable investor. Okay, so first thing you assumed is you want to build your first 1 crore rupees. Second thing you assumed is you can save 10,000 rupees per month. Now, third assumption. Third assumption is you are a knowledgeable investor. So now you're not just saving 10,000, you are investing 10,000 rupees knowledgeably, independently. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Okay. And I'm using the power of compounding calculator for that. So here is the power of compounding calculator that I have opened. So imagine the same things, guys. You are now investing. You're not just saving, you're investing 10,000 rupees. Okay. And you are investing that money monthly. Okay. In good quality investments, say you're doing that for number of years are 20. You're investing for the next 20 years, say, and you're staying invested in these good quality investments for 20 years. And these good quality investments that you're handpicking, say, are generating an annual rate of return of 12% year on year. Then after 20 years, you would have invested how much? 24.10 lakh rupees by putting in just 10,000 per month. And it would have grown to become 1.01 crore rupees at 12% per annum. So from 83 years, you have reduced the time horizon to 20 years by becoming a knowledgeable investor. Now, if you want to reduce this further, I'm sure none of you want to put in 20 years to build your first 1 crore, isn't it? Type in sooner if you want it sooner. How many of you now want it sooner than that? You don't want to do it in 20 years. I have built over 6 crores in 15 years. That's my net worth. So how that can happen? That is when you put in your time to build your skill. Okay, so you put in more time, you build your financial skill, you invest your money. Probably you invest more than 10,000 rupees. So how small amounts can lead to big wealth is when you are willing to give it your time, your money, and you're willing to build the skill. That's the only mantra. And let me tell you, we all begin small. My first salary was 7,500 rupees per month. Second was 12,500 per month. The highest I earned in my jobs was 20,000 per month. And that's when I invested my money. How many of you can now see that you have other limiting beliefs also? How many of you are saying, oh, I don't think I can create wealth. You know, I don't earn well. My income is very less. Type in me. Keep typing in me as you keep connecting with your limiting beliefs. Oh, I think I have lost time, you know. I don't think so. I can do it now. I'm already late, you know. You know, this is too complex for me. I don't think I can do it. I'm not smart enough for this. Other limiting beliefs? Well, this is my husband's job. Let him do it. I can't take on so much. Priyanka, you're crazy. You're telling me to continue in my job. You're telling me to continue with my family responsibilities, financial responsibilities, and learn to create wealth. I don't have that much time. I think I need to learn on my own first. Then I should come. Right? Let me do my own research first. Let me watch endless videos first. how many of you relate with these limiting beliefs? How many of you have at least one of them? Type in me, everyone. How many of you relate with this? Got it. So the only way for you to exponentially grow your money is number one, by hand picking good quality investments. And number two, by going beyond your limiting beliefs. Kaveri Bharat, who's a potter, she's a ceramic artist by profession. She lives in Chennai. She thought finance is not her cup of tea. She said, you know, I'm an artist. I don't understand finance. I can't understand finance. And I barely have any money to put bread and butter on the table. Forget investing. I have such less income. Today, after the Money Gym program, she's gotten her finances on autopilot. She's built a well-diversified investment portfolio. She's become an independent equity investor. And she's a financial guide to her husband, mother, and children. She has conquered her limiting beliefs. Would you like to be our next success story? Would you like to conquer your limiting beliefs? Would you like to go beyond your ways of thinking, your limitations, and build your financial success? Correct. Here is concept number 3 now. How you can begin on your wealth creation right now. What is that first step to build your wealth right away? It is by implementing financial knowledge with hand-holding and guidance. Now tell me, how many of you know that your investment portfolio should be diversified? Type in diversified. Type in diversified if you know that your investment portfolio should be diversified. Brilliant. You all know that, right? All of you, so many of you have typed in diversified. Now, all of you who have typed in diversified, I want to know how many of you have a practical tool to measure diversification in your investment portfolio. I'm repeating my question and you have to answer it with me. If you have a practical tool to measure diversification in your investment portfolio, type in me. No, don't have, not me. Got it. So now you have this basic knowledge, right? You have this basic knowledge that your investment portfolio should be diversified, but you don't know how to implement it. Now, do you think just by building the knowledge, you will become a wealth creator? You will reach your financial goals by not implementing something, just by knowing something. Just information hone se, you think you can reach your financial goals? No. Yes, not at all. So if you want to create wealth, how do you start? You implement the financial knowledge. Let me introduce you to a tool from our Money Gym program. Okay. This is a tool that we use in our Money Gym program to map diversification. So you can all see column C. Okay. Column C has all types of investments in India. Column D is capturing, say, the amount that you've invested in these investments. And column E is auto-calculating the percentage of money that you are investing in each type of investment. Example, say you are a knowledgeable investor and you have handpicked good quality equity mutual funds. Just as an example, say you put in 80,700 rupees there, it will auto-calculate and tell you that 1.64% of your money is invested in equity mutual funds. Now that's the column for diversification, mapping practically diversification. Say you've invested 10,000 rupees, you've paid down payment for a house. That is 20.32% diversification towards your house, towards a property. Say you have 10,95,000 lying in Provident Fund, that is 22.25% money in Provident Fund. Say 20 lakh rupees is lying in savings bank account, that is 40.64%. 40% of your money just lying in savings bank account. Now I've marked this red. Can you all see that? I have red flagged this. Why have I red flagged this? Because say you have just 100 eggs. Out of 100 eggs, 40 eggs are lying in just one basket, which is not even growing your money over and above inflation. Do you think you will reach your financial goals like this? If your money is not even beating inflation, do you think you will reach your financial goals? No, you will not. So guys, how you can begin on your wealth creation right now is by implementing financial knowledge. And that is with hand-holding and guidance. So the only way for you to exponentially grow your money is number one, by hand-picking good quality investments. Number two, going beyond your limiting beliefs. And number three, implementing financial knowledge and building your financial system. Introducing yet another student of mine, a community member, a proud member, Prema Guru. She belongs to a small town of Mokokchung in Nagaland. Settled in Delhi, when she came to us in a similar introduction session back in 2014, she and her husband were in a credit card and personal debt of about 10 lakh rupees, finding it difficult to pay off the debt. She joined the Money Gym program. Within 20 months of joining the Money Gym program, she and her husband became debt-free. Within 20 months, everyone, I'm very happy to report 99% of my community is debt-free today. After becoming debt-free, within 3 months, she bought the right insurances for herself and her husband, started an emergency fund, bought bonds, funds, investments with her own understanding. At that time, her husband noticed the change that Prema was bringing to the family's finances consistently. He declared her as the finance minister of the house. She started investing for both of them. A couple of years later, they bought a land in their hometown. Couple of years after that, they bought a car without a car loan. They brought a daughter to this world after they felt extremely financially secure and prepared. Recently, just 6 months ago, she has opened a bakery of her own in Delhi NCR. And this is the financial transformation she's caused for herself after joining Women on Wealth. Here is Arpita Prakash, who's a doctor by profession. She says pregnancy led to a career break for her and then COVID hit her hard. She says, I realized I was living my life without a financial plan. Today, after the Money Gym program, she's saving and investing 40% of her salary. She's investing first and spending later. She's become a smarter tax planner. She has a well-diversified investment portfolio, and she is rigorously investing in equity. You will find thousands of such stories of women who have taken charge of their finances. You'll find them on our social media. They come on camera, on video, and share their financial progress, how they've taken charge of their finances. And you will find thousands of such stories on our social media channels. And not just they are taking charge of their personal finances, they're also changing the way the world sees women with money. And this is happening across India with Women on Wealth. Would you like to be a part of this social change? Type in yes if you're ready to be a part of this. How many of you are ready? Got it. Brilliant. Now, time for some questions. No question is basic and no question is silly. You can ask me as many questions that you can, and I'm going to answer as many that I can in the limited time that I have with you right now. And if you have questions around the Money Gym program and our curriculum, stay tuned. After the Q&A section, I'm going to share an opportunity that will blow your mind today. I promise you on that. I already have a question. For a person with zero investing background, can you suggest a starting step? How many of us are here with zero investing background? Type in me. I want Wind to know that she's not alone. Brilliant. So Wind, you're not alone. And everybody who's writing in me, see, you're not alone. This is where you start from zero. This is your kindergarten. Your money school. So now how do you begin? See, you have two options. One is keep going over thousands of videos and books and everything that exists and learn on your own, or take tips from advisors, bankers, brokers, gamble your money. If you make money, good. If you lose more, you will be disheartened and just go back to saving money, which will lead to 83 years for you to save your first 1 crore rupees. So right now I'm mentioning, the old ways. This is how it used to be, right? You will take tips, advice, trial and errors. If you make money, good. You don't, you lose. I am not advocating this method. I advocate a very foolproof method where you learn first, you build your financial knowledge, you learn how to implement the financial knowledge, and then you go ahead and invest your money. Because then you are investing, you're not gambling. Because investing is with knowledge, understanding, clarity. And that is how you need to begin. That's the way I advocate. And yes, the choice is definitely yours, right? You are the best judge for yourself. How much money do you need to start with? So Namrata and everybody else, see, the minimum amount of money that you need to begin in investments is 10,000 rupees per month. Okay? That's the minimum amount you need to begin with in investments. However, that doesn't mean that if you're unable to save right now, you should give up. You should then learn saving first. Okay? if you're not able to save 10,000 rupees per month, despite your salary going up, despite your household income going up, it means you need to learn saving first. Right? How many of us are here whose incomings or salaries have been increasing, but the wealth hasn't? Type in me. Type in me. If your salary has been increasing, but your wealth hasn't been. Got it. Your salary has been increasing, but not your saving. Not your investments. Not your money. Okay, the third question I'm picking for today is, how many mutual funds should I have in my investment portfolio? If you're hand picking, if you are a knowledgeable investor, then this question makes sense. If you are a knowledgeable investor, then you would already know that you do not pick more than 4 equity mutual funds in your investment portfolio. Not at all. Not more than 4 mutual funds, equity mutual funds at all. I know a lot of advisors, brokers, bankers who get women into even 20, 25 mutual funds. I've had women come to me with such a cluttered investment portfolio. It's a mistake that you make. Financial clutter is a mistake. It does not lead to wealth creation. I would like to build a career in wealth management. You know what? A lot of women come to me saying this. You want to build a career in wealth management? First, build wealth. How can you, talk about wealth management without building wealth yourself? Just yesterday, I had a one-on-one session with this woman coming to me, Priyanka, I want to build a career here. I got it. You want to build a career here. This is a great space to be in. Absolutely. But hey, let's not fool around. How can you teach something you yourself don't know? Imagine I have not bought my property and I'm telling you buy your own. Hello? Right? So please, everybody, can you take on learning and then creating wealth? Like when you did engineering, you gave yourself 4 years, right? Or whatever graduation you did, whatever you did, you gave yourself certain time to study, learn, implement. Please do that. I just have very limited amount of money to manage my expenses. I get that. Now, do you want to just keep managing the expense or you want to move to the next step? What would you like to do? That's a choice you need to make. What online tool is available to understand my portfolio is diversified? I don't know of any practical tool. No idea. A lot of us are talking about a lot of knowledge, a lot of overload of information is around, but I don't think people are talking about implementing the knowledge. People are downloading the knowledge. वो कितना implement कर रहे हैं, I don't know that. I have closed my business and I'm stressed for money. I get it. Yes, that's so genuine, right? Anybody who probably has lost her job, closed her business down. I get it. Yes, that's a valid concern to have, worry to have. And now what? One of the aspects I want to talk about here is a lot of us women, we are mothers at different points in our lives, we'll have to take sabbaticals. For our children, for ailing parents, for other household family responsibilities. We may have to step back. Right? So at some point or the other, it can happen. Do you want to still depend on this just one income from your job, from business? That's a mistake to make. Where we keep depending on this one source of income to run our lives. Where we want to diversify to is investment income. What is the kind of risk involved in that? Okay. We all know that sugar is bad for health. Yes. We know that. Type in yes if you know that. Sugar is bad for health. Right? Yes. And some of us have a sweet tooth. We know it is risk that we are taking by having sugar. Probably so much sugar. So much sugar is risky for our health. So what can we do? We can monitor how much sugar we are having for those of us who are consuming too much. Right? And we can lower the risk to our fitness, to our health, to our well-being. The same is with investments. We can minimize our risk by knowing what we are doing. We can minimize the risk by having clarity on what we are doing. The risk totally cannot go, but we can minimize it with our understanding, knowledge. Okay. Yes, yes. See, Kritika is saying YouTube is filled with so many videos, so much knowledge, and I'm not getting enough satisfaction with them. It cannot lead to wealth creation. It can lead to you becoming an information junkie for sure. What is an SIP? An SIP stands for Systematic Investment Plan. When you systematically invest and you create a plan for that, how you will systematically invest, that is called SIP. And with that, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for listening to me. I trust you created value from all the concepts that I shared with you today and from all the questions that I've answered for you today. Now, I have 2 questions for you to answer. My number 1 question to you is, how many of you realize that there is a lot more to learn, lot more to do as far as implementing this knowledge is concerned? Type in yes. If you realize that there is a lot more to learn and implement, I want you to respond. Focus now. Correct. My second question, and a more important question, is how many of you realize that by not getting into this game right now, not implementing this financial knowledge right away, you will repeat your past? You will keep doing things in a traditional way that doesn't work effectively anyway. How many of you realize that? Type in I do if you realize that. Got it. And this is why we have designed the Women on Wealth Money Gym program. The Women on Wealth Money Gym program is your personal finance blueprint. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial freedom. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial goals. So you could be anywhere here right now in your journey. You could be a complete beginner, somebody who is dependent on others for your financial investment decisions, or somebody who has some knowledge, but there is lack of implementation where you are. In 2 months' time, you have the probability of becoming a knowledgeable investor. Somebody who's confident, somebody who makes independent financial decisions, and somebody who starts investing without depending on anyone in her life. Are you ready for this journey of your financial transformation, everyone? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of us are ready for this journey of our financial transformation? Brilliant. Then here are 2 options for you right now. Option number 1 is you can choose to do it alone, right? It is slow and time consuming. It would require lots of trials and errors. I mean, I spent 6 years doing trials and errors to reach to this financial system. You could stay stuck in the same hamster wheel. And maybe you give up on your dreams. Option number 2 is let's do it together. You and I together with my team. That will save you time. It's your most precious asset. You will start seeing results from day 1. You will save lots of money that you would have lost by avoiding trials and errors. Also, you will become a part of women-centric investment community. So how it will work? Number 1, you will build a vision for yourself. So you will get clarity on how much money is needed to reach your financial goals. Step 2, you will identify your current financial situation. You look at how much money you're spending on things that don't align with your goals, values, and life purpose. Step 3, you will identify the gaps. Identify how much you should invest each month, where you should invest, for how long you should invest, and at what rates of return to reach your financial goals. Step 4, you will build your first investment portfolio. So you get access to picking good quality, high return investments on your own without depending on anyone in your life. And you achieve financial freedom. You have no experience, it does not matter. You come from a non-finance background, it does not matter. You don't speak English very well, it does not matter. If you're willing to put in 15 minutes of your dedicated time, effort, energy daily, if this sounds like you, and if you want to build your dream investment income, 2x your wealth, and buy back your precious time to achieve financial freedom, over the next 5 days, I have set aside some time to talk with you. My team and I, we have set aside some time to talk to you and see if we can help you. In the call, you are invited to a free personalized finance call. This will be a Zoom call. So you'll have to be on camera. You'll have to have your video working, audio working, so that you are set up to talk with us, sitting in a room where you're not disturbed. And over this call, we will ask you questions to understand your current financial situation and your financial goals. And I promise this will be the most valuable 30 to 45 minutes you will ever spend on your money life. So the next thing is book this call. Sheetal, could you please type the link for everybody to book this call? Are you around?
Yes, doing that now.
Thank you. Everybody, Please click on this link that's coming up next to book your call. Here you go. Here is the call. No, Namrata, you don't need that for this call. Everybody, please go to the link and book your slot. If you want to take your journey forward, here is the slot. OnePlus, you're saying that I should book your slot. I can't do that for you. Please click on this link. Manju, click on this link. Once you've booked your slots, type in booked. Got that? Brilliant then. Everybody has booked. Everybody is taken care of here. If you want to move forward now, you want to learn, grow, and grow in an intelligent way with money, then this is your next step with us. Anybody here needs the link again, then we can put it. Make sure you schedule yourself and show up. Sheetal, thank you for putting the link again. Brilliant. Once you are done, I would like you to do the next thing. Sheetal, do keep the landing page link ready. And if you can send that message that I have attended this session and it is brilliant and I would like you to attend. Brilliant. Anybody here facing any challenge in booking? Let us know. We would like that each woman is supported. And for that, you need to support yourself first. We are here to handhold you, but you got to hold the hand. No, Sheetal, our own. Okay, Manju, you're not able to book. Got it. Anybody here from the WOW team, Women on Wealth team?
Yes, I'm
Jyoti?
here.
Yeah. Jyoti, please take care of Manju. Okay, Manju Kaur. Manju Kaur. Okay. Done, everyone? Anybody who is... No, Shubha, we have a full-fledged team here. We are a very, very well-equipped team at Women on Wealth. Thank you so much. I love that support coming in. We are a team, very well-equipped, full-time team working here to move women forward. Done. Anybody other than Manju facing any challenge to book her slot? Anybody requires any support? Sure, sure. Thanks, Shubha. Done, everyone. And the next thing that you need, I need, and everybody needs to reach her financial goals is a community of women investors. A community that supports each other to keep moving forward for the rest of our lives. Because wealth creation is not just for now, it's for the rest of our lives. So we are putting a link here. If you could please pass it on to all your women, friends, and family members, so that each woman knows that here is a community of women investors that she can draw and learn from. So Sheetal, could you please put in the link? Everybody, I invite you to please pass it on to your friends, family members. Put it in your WhatsApp status. Put it in any other status that you have. Any Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups that you are a part of. So here you go. I am, okay, Sheetal, I can see you put it already. Done. So please pass it on, everyone. If this session was of value to you, you got some value, some 1% improvement like I had promised, I invite you to pass this on to other women in your life. Thank you, Sonal. Thank you so much for passing that on. Who else is passing it on? Who else is making sure that this value keeps getting delivered to more and more women with each passing day? That women create wealth and change the way they are seen in the world. Any women's communities you are a part of, any groups you are a part of, any women friends you have whom you would like to gift this to, please pass this message on. Got it, Kala. Thank you so much for passing it on. Done, Lina. Got it. Anybody else coming in to support this mission? Got it, Mamta. Got it, Sanya. And if you've still not followed us for your financial success, make sure you do. And I look forward to meeting you one-on-one soon. Make sure you show up at the time that you've booked, because that's your time to move forward to your financial success. Thanks, Rashmi, Nirmal, Preeti. On this note, closing this live, thank you, Women on Wealth team. This session and each session that we lead together is not possible without you. And to all you attendees, thank you so much for showing up. I look forward to meeting you one-on-one really, really soon at the time you've booked. Loads of love. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Take charge.